Always a big home court advantage here in the Mile High City. And the Nuggets will look to use it as they get ready to take the floor. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. Nestled among the peaks of the Rocky Mountains, we're in the beautiful city of Denver, Colorado. This is it, opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And a quick look at how the Minnesota Timberwolves schedule is shaping up. On Sunday, then on Sunday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Utah up against the Jazz. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup, we've got Anunoby, Washington out there with Shake and Bake, and it's Hall in at the power forward. And for the Nuggets, we've got Mr. Clutch. He's out there with cool hands, and it's Shelton in at the center, filling out the middle. Clark, you'd think that team chemistry would just improve as the season goes along, but maybe not if you have personality issues in that locker room.
You know, Kevin, it's one of the most fragile elements in team sports. Chemistry, culture, accepting roles, sacrificing your own individual game for the good of the team. And I think it's always a work in progress.
And as a leader, as I know you were when you played, I'm sure you were dealing with those things all season long.
Yeah, you try to lead by example, but also there's opportunity and times when you have to step up and voice what you see that could be detrimental to your team's success.
Cool hands. That one rolling around and rims out. Over to the left wing. Here's Atkins. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. Here's Mr. Clutch. Passes it to Cool Hands. To the wing on the left. And he gets it to go from the corner. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Here's Washington. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. Here's Cool Hands. Pass to Shelton. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Mr. Clutch. Misses from close range.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Here's Shake and Bake. Here's Washington. Off target at the rim.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Poked away. Here's Niniades. Nailed from three-point land. He's got 5.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jump shots.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Mr. Clutch. Here's Cool Hands. And again, Denver with the triple.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Washington. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And you look at how the Nuggets have become the team they are. A lot has to do with player development.
Exactly. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Denver has done a great job in the draft. Identify talent, stick to your guns in choosing that talent, then build it, develop it. Their front office has been fantastic.
That free throw good from Washington.
Well, you know, for so long, Mike D'Antoni has been a vanguard on NBA offense. His teams have always played great offense, moving, spacing, dynamic players. Defense has not been at the level of offense, but I think he's actually improved as a coach in that area as well.
Mavericks checked in for Denver. So he picks up just one from the line that time. And Clark, part of it for D'Antoni is that he is delegating defensive duties.
Yeah, and I like that, Kevin. He's made sure to have a defensive coordinator on his staff, delegating that role and responsibility. He thinks and knows that his team is better off that way.
Denver in the lead. Here's Miniati's. Another three for Denver.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Washington passes to Atkins. Now the pass to Washington. From the arc. And it's Denver with the rebound. This is the first they're seeing of the Timberwolves here. First game of the NBA's regular season for them.
And on paper, you'd call them the better team, but they actually lost the season series against this group a year ago.
Yeah, it was a surprising outcome for me and you. But hey, sometimes matchups can play out a certain way. We'll see how they do tonight.
Here's Washington. And the layup's good off the glass. Washington's got 5 points so far.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
Here's Mr. Clutch. And it's off from three-point range. There's a minute 34 left here in the first quarter. Got a piece of it. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Evans, he's checked in for Mr. Clutch. And then for Minnesota, Mr. Move checked in for Anabogu. And Dubs subbed in for Shake and Bake. .131 left to play in the first. Passes it to Cool Hands. From past the arc. Drills it from outside. Cool Hands got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Nuggets.
That's a nice play, getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
How to escape the heat if you don't have an air conditioner? This only takes 5 minutes.
To have the ability to create separation.
Pass to Mr. Move. From outside the arc, and he's good on the three ball.
How's it going? How's your day
5 points in the game.
Are you calm? Are you excited?
Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Cool Hands. He's got 6.
Lots of fun games, but I want to stream them. So we'll work this from the top down. This is the capture card I have. The Elgato game.
The shot that time, not on target. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. The pass to Mr.
The next section you see
Move.
is called live streaming, and this is where you get into the nitty-gritty of things. So right here, I have a drop card I have, the Elgato game capture 8 stream. Well, here I am, right here on my PlayStation. See, I'm moving around, Call of Duty.
No good. That would have timed it.
But I want to stream them.
We come back right after
I made
this.
a lot of videos in the past. I'll link them in the description below. Go check them out. You'll learn something new. But now I feel like Midnight Man, I'm good to go. Just teach me how to stream. Well, here I am, right here on my PlayStation. See, I'm moving around, Call of Duty, Fortnite, lots of fun games. But I want to stream them. So we'll work this from the top down. This is the capture card I have, the Elgato Game Capture HD60S. And these settings, these are the settings I have for it. It really doesn't matter because this is just for general recording. The next section you see is called live streaming. And this is where you get into the nitty-gritty of things. So right here, I have a drop down of the 2 different things.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And the Nuggets guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Just stretching out the floor at first. They had the defense scrambling.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against
So
them.
for me, again, I have Twitch and YouTube. And if you look at the bottom here, it says Twitch right now. It'll change every time.
And it's Evans with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Denver. Person is out there with Edwards. And it's Thompson. And there's the bulldozer. And it's Shelton in at the center. Here's Mr. Moves after the Nuggets pick up 2. Clock at 6. Pass to Wheeler. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Evans. Drops in the breakaway layup. Evans has got the lead up to 6 now for the Nuggets.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Pass to Washington. And Thompson sends it back. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. And it's an 8-point Denver lead. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
2 on the clock. And it's Washington missing.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Here's Person. No points in the game yet for him. And it's blocked. Here's Washington. He's covered by Thompson. All right, Clark, game is on the line. 1 free throw to make to win a big game. Who is up there for you?
I'd go with your colleague and mine.
Oh, yeah.
But since he's no longer in uniform today, I will go with Steph Curry and Malcolm Brogdon.
Great names. Anabogu's checked in for the Timberwolves. Shake and Bake comes in for Washington. Now here's Jones. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Tipped away. And here's Evans. Out to Thompson. Lets it fly. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Thompson's got his second bucket of the night.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Yeah, they're cracking. Absolutely cracking and looking to pad that lead.
Pass to Shaken. To halt the run. Good D by Thompson.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Here's Edwards. And that one hits back iron. Timberwolves trail by 10. Here's Shake and Bake. The pass to Wheeler. Evans with the rebound.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
Here's Wheeler. The shot, no good. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. And Thompson kicks to Evans. Back to Thompson. Fires the 3. That's no good, and now he's missed 2 and made 2. Here's Shake and Bake. Hits it from 3-point range. Shake and Bake's got it back down to single digits for the Timberwolves. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets.
me, again, I have Twitch and also Twitch. So if you want to add an account to, say, Clap Off, that works. If for some reason you are completely lost how to set up this capture card with any of these devices, I made a lot of videos in the past.
Big group substitution here for Denver. The doctor's checked in for Edwards. Maverick comes in for Person. Mr. Clutch is checked in for Thompson. And Cool Hands subbed in for Evans. Hall's checked in for the Timberwolves. Now here's Jones. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. Shot clock at 5. Hall. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Mr. Clutch, the pass to the doctor. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Outside, Jones. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Cool Hands passes to Mr. Clutch. Here's Cool Hands. Sinks the triple. Cool Hands got the lead up to 12 now for Denver.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Uncovered. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
There's 39 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Passes it to Mr. Clutch. The 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Mr. Clutch has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
We've got 22 seconds left now here in the second. 6 to shoot. Here's Washington. It's good from long range. Washington's got 8.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Yes, that goes in. And the Nuggets lead by 14.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nuggets' first half?
In terms of their offensive performance, that was a very well-played half of basketball. Good ball movement off the ball, hard screens being set, and they found the guy for the open look. That's how they were able to shoot such a tremendous percentage from the field. With that fluid, efficient offense, they'll be tough to catch in the second half.
Shaq, what do you think about Minnesota?
They were brick city, and it was painful to watch. Weak shooting starts to get contagious, and they were struggling all over the place. They got to work on getting more high-quality chances, more layups, fewer prayers.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See you, everybody, with Kevin Harlan.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Cool Hands in this game, he's been everywhere.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Washington out there with shake and bake. And it's Atkins in at the small forward position.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Here's Shelton. Pass to the doctor. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. A big part of your game was rebounding. You controlled the glass so well. What's one thing you would tell young viewers if they wanted to improve the rebound?
You know, I'm a little bit out of the norm here, but the biggest thing to me for rebounding is pursuing the ball. Boxing out is important, but pursuing the ball and good timing are the most important elements of rebounding. And that's what I would have players focus on. Pursue the ball.
First free throw is good. Both good from the line that time. Here's Mr. Clutch. Shoots. And it's Denver scoring again. Timberwolves trail by 17. To the middle. It's stolen. And here comes the break. It's blocked. Shake and bake passes to Washington. Poked loose. Here's Atkins. On the clock. Connects from three-point range. 10 points for him.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Count it. Good.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Here's Washington. He's got 8. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Here's Mr. Clutch. And there's the pass to Cool Hands. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Timberwolves trail by 13. Here's Washington. 11 points in the game. Here's Hall. Count that one.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Pass to Shelton. Here's Cool Hands. It's the floater. That's tipped. He lobs it up, and the lead is down inside single digits.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
Down low. Goes back up. Pass to Washington. Here's Anabogu. Timberwolves passing it around. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And looking now at some numbers for Cool Hands. He had a strong showing last season. Second in scoring. 6th in field goal percentage, and he was also extremely dependable behind the three-point line, finishing the season among the top 20 in three-point percentage.
And seeing what he did last year, just blowing up the defensive schemes designed to keep him under control, man. As you said, second best scorer in the league. It was a beautiful thing to watch. So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. Cool hands really making a difference here.
He can't miss from deep. The defense has to regroup here, and I think they've got to change things up because he's locked in from behind the arc.
For the Nuggets, Mavericks checked in for the doctor. Thompson comes in for Mr. Clutch, and it's Evans in for cool hands. Here's Mr. Moves. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. They get a hand on it. Pass to Hall. Here's Shake and Bake. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. No good that time.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
And the pass to Maverick. Out to Thompson. Takes the three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Thompson's got 7 points in the game.
Such a height mismatch out on the perimeter, and they give up the triple.
Here's Wheeler. Count it.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, and you know what's going to happen, there are going to be points put on the board.
Evans outside. Passes it to Shelton. The basket good off the assist from Evans. And the Nuggets lead by 14.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Outside, Jones. On deep. That shot misses.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Over to the wing.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Maverick passes to Evans. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Well, he only plays one way, and that's full throttle, all day, all the time, cold-blooded and lethal.
Pass to Wheeler. Here's Shake and Bake. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close the quarter.
Talk about lifting up a team and energizing them at the end of a quarter. A three at the buzzer, that'll do it.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets, 13 points up at the end of the period. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. Right back after this break. Let's hear what Mike D'Antoni was going over with his team moments ago.
Take down that other red guy. Everybody into him, make him feel you. They're going to make shots anyway. You just can't get them to him.
Emphasizing how critical defense is now.
And they need more of it at this point. He's right on the money with that one. They've got to defend with passion.
You good?
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Evans out there at Person. Then there's Edwards. And there's Maverick. And it's Shelton in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Here's Person. Back to Evans. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Person no good. Timberwolves trail by 13. Shake and bake passes to Wheeler. Fires from deep. Evans with the rebound. And it's Evans with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. 17 points was their biggest margin. The pass to Shelton. Here's Person. Hits the three-point bomb. Person's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on deep.
And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it.
It's the best way to do it, as long as you don't get teed up for it.
And the Timberwolves call time here. And Clark, throughout your NBA career, you always wore number 33. How did you end up picking that number?
Well, it goes back to my idolization of Lou Alcindor at the time, who is now known as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was the first big, graceful guy I saw do a little bit of everything in his days at UCLA. And then I digested all kinds of books and stories about him and just really admired his work on and off the court. Because he wore 33, I chose 33.
And the Nuggets with some changes. The doctors checked in for Maverick. Mr. Clutch comes in for Edwards. And Cool Hand subbed in for Evans. Here's Wheeler, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Nuggets.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
Take a break.
And I also love the way they move the basketball. Their passing has been outstanding here in the second half.
That one is off. He hits the second from the line. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Here's Person. Passes it to Mr. Clutch. Here's Shelton. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Shooting for Denver, Shelton. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Both shots good from the stripe. So it's Minnesota now. 19-point game. Here's Mr. Moves. Pass to Atkins. Lets it go from deep. Bangs home the trifecta. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. The pass to the doctor. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Washington. Pass to Anabogu. Banked in off the glass.
Your heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Count that bucket.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Timberwolves trail by 16. Here's Washington. Passes to Anabogu. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Good on both.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Here's Cool Hands. Just 5 to shoot. For the 3. Minnesota with the rebound. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Mr. Moves. Pass to Wheeler. Here's Washington. No good from outside. Here's Cool Hands. Brown. And there's the pass to Wheeler. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Hall's checked in for Mr. Moves. Here's Cool Hands. Passes it to Mr. Clutch. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Cool Hands. The Nuggets with another miss. Right wing. Wheeler, the pass to Atkins. And it's blocked. And the pass to Cool Hands. It's up a 3. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Nuggets.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
The subs came in and did their job. Those points off the bench were key to their victory.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Cool Hands.
Well, the defense just couldn't figure him out, and he continued to put it to him.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Person kicks to Udo. 7-foot shot. It's good. And the Nuggets lead by 19.
And it's just competing, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Edwards with it. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. From deep three-point range, person no good.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it. You make your teammates better by giving them good passes. That one was perfect.
And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you later.